How's it going, everybody? So I'm back today working on the block today. So hopefully what I'll be doing is removing this crank pulley in a moment to remove this plastic cover and my timing belt. I'm then going to be loosening the bolts on the head. I actually might do that first. I'm not too sure. I'm going to time lapse this anyway because it'd be really dubious. I've got a camera on my chest. It's a GoPro, so the quality won't be as good as what it is on my camera that I'm using to record this. But it'll show you sort of like a bird's eye view of what I'm doing down below me, what my hands are doing, if that makes sense. So currently, as I say, it's a D15Z6 and I've got a D16Z6 head sitting over there wrapped up in a bag. So this is a mini-me Vtec conversion. I've literally got everything I need to do the swap except for the P28 ECU, which I'll be using H-Tune to provide for me. And I'm going to be running a D16Z6 base map with launch control to start off with. Run NA for a while, and whilst I'm doing that, I'm also going to be collecting parts to turbo the car. So that's my plans. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started. If the video pauses here and there or it seems like it's cropped, it's probably because I was called, as I am also busy at home at the minute, which is why my uploads are slow. We are trying to renovate the house so that we can move. So obviously there might be little bits and bobs where it looks like I've moved or the lights changed. So just bear with me on that. And anyway, let's get started. Oh, also, you're going to see me eating crackers because I'm really hungry. So let's get going. Right, so I've done 10, 9, 8. All right. The last head bolt loosened. So the way I've undone these is in the reverse order to the order they're done up in. I might have got mixed up, so I've done, if you see on the GoPro, 10, 9, 8, 7. I've then done 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then obviously you'll torque them up in the opposite way. So that's how I've undone them. So obviously I'm now going to have to undo the bolt on the crank pulley, which for that I'm going to use my air gun, because there's no chance I'm doing that by hand with a breaker bar. Maybe there are some pretty cool stories out there of people that have done that. Me personally though, I'm not going to be doing that. So it's always crucial to oil your tools. Lubricant makes everything better. Am I right? Got little pipettes that my missus bought for me, and I'm just going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 drops in there. Squirt that back in now. Put my lid back on. Quickly pull the trigger to open a little valve so oil don't tip all out on me the minute I get the airline. The line is now where? Here. Run this in for a second. Right, so your tool's oiled, your compressor's up to pressure. Move my airline there for a sec, move my knee out of the way, undo these impact sockets. I don't know what size that is. My guess would be like a 19 maybe. I'm only going by looks, although I'm going to say maybe actually that's too big. Yeah, 17, it's Japanese, isn't it? Yeah, 17 mil is. Always use impact sockets for your impact gun. I've seen what happens when you don't. It sucks. Sucks bad. So get my gun on a crank pulley. And there goes our crank pulley bolt. Just like that. Must use an air gun for this. You've got no chance using a breaker bar, like I said. Maybe there's some cool stories of people that have done it. Me personally, no, I'm not going to risk it. No point. Our bolt is nice and healthy. That's cool. I'm going to pop this with my little bits and bobs thingy over there because my magnetic dish has got all my gearbox bolts in it. So the crank wasn't marked by the look, so the top mark was in line, which is cool. Second mark, third mark. Give this a wiggle. And there's our crank pulley. I'm going to place that over here off camera. 10mm bolts. I now need you. My glove's torn, of course. Why wouldn't it? I'm going to immediately put that 17mm back because I don't like to work in a messy environment. Hey. Off she goes. Got my handy electric gun here as well. Got smaller bits and bobs, which I'll probably use on the little timing cover bolts because I am lazy. And it is exceedingly hot. As I said, lazy. Got all these bolts over here for this. I'm hoping this is fairly a wide angle camera because it'd suck if it weren't. Got one down here. It's kind of cool actually because I'm going to be able to clean in all these little crevices that I've not been able to get to. Down here. And then I believe, yeah. Am I on? Another one. I believe that's all of them. I'm going to pull this wire out from here because that was in the way. Gives us a quick pull. Yep. Loosey goosey that side, not so loosey goosey this side. No. I'm going to have to move the dipstick, which is awkward. Okay, so the dipstick's giving me a little bit of trouble. Not going to lie. For whatever reason, this bracket is really on there. So, good pry bar comes to save the day. Let's pull this. Pull the actual dipstick out. I should be able to give this a firm yank. Apart from there is nothing to grip this way. Oh wow, that was really in there. Nevertheless, got it out. Alright, there's a dipstick out, and now I can get my gun again. And move these 10 mils
and the timing cover. That should be all of them. I should be able to pop this off now. There we go, and there's our water pump. The pulleys don't look too bad, to be fair. There goes my dipstick bracket. Let's put that back in there a sec. I'm not so sure if I'm going to reuse this or not. I could spray it up black, couldn't I? Clean it up. I'm not going to use the top because I want the cam gear on show. So, unfortunately I now have to get down low, which means this camera's not going to pick nothing up, so I'm going to stop recording for a minute. And I'm going to come down here to where I'm seeable. There's our tensioner. Oh, it is so hot, I cannot even begin to tell you how warm it is. There you go. Just like that, tensioner off. Now my tensioner bolt I also need to put safe. I'm going to put it with my crank bolt, handy crank bolt over here. I'm now going to pull this off. Ta-da! A little bit sticky. Not too bad, doesn't look too old. Got some surface rust on there. Like I say, I've got a replacement of this, so not too bothered, to be honest. So I'm just going to set that down over there. Timing belt should just pull off now, although I might have to take this water pump harness off. And ta-da! And yes, it looks like I will have to take that off. Annoyingly. Where's my handy 10? And you might notice I'm not the kind of guy that just hangs on the trigger. You know, at the end of the day, some people would disagree with me, but I am still using the impact tools on a cast block, so I don't want to put a crack in it. I'm going to put this water pump harness down over here. Pull the belt off. Yeah, the timing belt's not too bad, to be fair. I mean, I can see it's not that old. I mean, when I bought this, the 15Z6 head had just been rebuilt. So, you know, everything's been looked after. That's probably why the head bolts didn't give me too much trouble. So, to be fair, I'm quite happy with that. I'll throw the old belt over there. Now, as far as I can see, I've got everything off that I need to get off for the head to be removed. So, I think the camera needs to be moved. So, I'm now going to put you on the other end of the garage. Right, you are now at the other end of the garage. I'm here, I'm checking my battery. Hello. So, now comes the time that we remove the head, I guess. So I need to remove these bolts the rest of the way. Probably do that by hand, to be fair. Shouldn't have to use anything really. I probably could use my electric gun just to take them the rest of the way, but just do it by hand in the same order yet again. Oh, I'm going to have to clean these off with some brake cleaner. This is getting too slippery for me. So what I'm now going to do is get some brake cleaner, which is gone missing. Where the hell has that gone? There it is. Throw some of this on here. The way to do it. I did have a cloth Don't know where that cloth has gone, so unfortunately the old shorts will have to do. Cannot stand having oily hands when I'm wearing gloves. I've got a bag down here for my old bolts. Do you know what? I might actually put them inside this old glove. Now I'm going to get oily hands again. That is all of our bolts in one glove. Holy shit. Bolt glove. I'm going to go ahead and put this down on here because, well, you know, don't want to get shit all over me. Don't particularly want to get sand all over them. There is sand all over the floor. I'm not expecting the head to play ball immediately. Oh no, it's quite loose. There we go. She's moving. Oh, I should probably put something down. Give me a second. Give me a second. I need to find some sort of bag. Ta-da! All my bits and bobs. This is a waste of an envelope. There is my receipt. I like receipts. So I'm going to put this head down onto here. Put my water pump harness out of the way for a second. So I'm going to lift this up. Trolley me bolts. I'll lift this off. Off she goes. Down onto our bag. The head gasket came off with it. I may have to pull them location pins out. We'll see what happens. Do you know what? That's quite clean. I was expecting, I wasn't sure if 15Z6 was a metal gasket or a composite, but I'm guessing that if you come out of an EK chassis that they all use better metal gaskets, don't they? I get confused, I'm not so sure. I'm using a Z6 semi-metal composite, bit of both. I'm hoping it'll be alright for the lower compression because I'm going boost. Everything looks okay. There's some scorchy marks here. I could clean all of this up though, which is cool. I'll just turn these up to TDC. So yeah, that's the head off. Obviously I need to pull the oil journal in between cylinder 2 and 3, which I believe is down, it's down here because I'm looking at the engine from the wrong side. So if I go this side, I think is this the right side? I think the oil journal's down here. And that needs to be pulled. Otherwise Vtec won't work when I put my new head on. So yeah, that's that done. So obviously part 2 will be me reinstalling, unless you want to see me cleaning everything up, let me know in the comments. And obviously I'll do the video of me cleaning all this up because all this needs cleaning. I also need to make sure this is nice and level, although it looks really good. I mean, the guy that owned this before me was a engineer at Honda, so only like a service engineer, but either way he had access to all the parts. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end the video there, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers for watching.